I gotta give props to Elon Musk for doing something that I never thought I would see in my entire lifetime. We have The View talking about what appears to be the interests of white folks. Like, they're approaching the current controversy from the lens of identity politics. And at least this lady in particular, she seems to be on the side of white folks. Let's listen to what she has to say.
America is a land of the free, home of the brave, all that good stuff that Elon Musk was tweeting about. However, please don't come for Americans. And I would like, let's be very clear, I would like white Americans to stand up. This is your calling card, honey. Where's your banner? Because they coming for you. They said y'all white and lazy. That's crazy.
Well,
What
was this energy during the elections? Like, you may have had Kamala Harris winning. Like, she was definitely struggling to get the white vote. I remember her on the hot mic. Like, she was, we need to find a way to reach young men. And where was this energy then? You gotta appreciate the smugness as well. See, I wonder if actually this works. Like, first of all, how many white men are in the viewership? Like, how many people of this demographic are actually watching The View in order for this message to reach them? But the second thing is, like, I as an Eastern European that's oozing cynicism and skepticism, the moment I would hear a talking point like this, I would instantly go like, but why now? Why is she trying to manipulate me? Why is she doing, like, she has a history of never even knowing that I exist. Or when she finds out, she hates me for some reason. and now she's on my side? What's going on? Now, the thing that's going on, obviously, a lot of people know, but if you're watching this video in the future and you don't know the controversy, Elon Musk and the MAGA movement are having a spat. And it's all over the H-1B visas, right? It seems that people within the MAGA movement have consistently voted for less immigration. And yet, Elon Musk was saying, no, legal immigration is good, which is also something that Donald Trump was saying in his campaign trail. I don't know why many people are shocked about it. But I don't think, like, the conversation itself is the shocking part. It's the way Elon Musk responded to this. Like, he seems to be genuinely angry. He seems to be genuinely upset over this. He took it personal, which is kind of weird because, like, a lot of people have insulted him in the past, and he didn't react like this. But now, something changed. And so he started insulting people, called them subtarded, started showing his muscle by removing blue check marks from people. He even outright banned accounts. And so this is what people got upset about. It's like, well, you said it's a free speech platform, and you're allowing us to have various political takes about DEI.
Y'all will be coming for me.
You're allowing us to have various political takes about DEI, about LGBT issues. But for some reason, it seems that when it affects the big tech's bottom line, when it affects the earnings that big corporations have, well, there may be a limit to free speech. It's very reminiscent of the old Twitter. And by the way, that's literally how the censorship started on old Twitter, for those of you who don't remember. It used to be the free speech platform until Milo Yiannopoulos lost his blue checkmark. That was the opening doors for it. And after that, the platform went to where you guys know it was. But anyway, right, so that's my take on it. Let's see what this gentleman has to say about the issue.
Well, I would never say that because that's insane.
That's the point. What you have happening here is the very thing that white folks have said about black people.
I'm sorry. I just want to know, Vivek was born in the U.S.
For generations. Vivek is now saying about white people, and they don't like it for some reason. Oh, y'all not lazy. Y'all not slow. Y'all not stupid. Well, that's what we've been saying for 400 years, and yet here we are. You still want to not read our history or go through our CRTs and all this stuff.
I mean, this is why people voted Republican. Unironically. People are tired of the lie. How can you gaslight people like this? Isn't Black History Month a thing? like, aren't people in schools, part of their curriculum, told to sit down and read your history? Why are you complaining about something that was fixed? Like, you had a grievance, people looked at the grievance, and they said, okay, maybe he has a point, let's implement it. Let's put Black History Month in schools. And then all the corporations in America, they were like, okay, Black History Month thing, and they tried to raise awareness. And you have, like, corporations, the American corporate environment, they force their employees to go to CRT meetings. Like, if you want to work and you make paper clips, they're like, okay, now it's time to go to CRT. But what the fuck does this have to do with making paper clips? Shut the fuck up, go to CRT. So, like, your grievances were genuinely addressed, and you're still unhappy. How can you gaslight people like this? You think, like, people don't read? And by the way, it's like, people don't read your history. Like, it's an us versus them now, is it? Like, this is the quality of the activists from The View. It's not American history, no, it's our history. It belongs to you. Okay, let's do it like this. And I'm even willing to take this this test, right? Give me an exam. Give me an exam from whatever you consider to be, quote-unquote, your history. And let's see if I ace it. Like, give me the questions, and I'll do my best to answer. Again, I'm not even from America. I'm a Romanian. I just want to point out that the history has been so loudly presented that I didn't even have to sit through a history class in order to know it. And so, you know, maybe their criticism is like, well, it's not 100%, right? Like, it's not consensus. Like, there may be still a person out there that tries to run away from CRT. And, like, I'm sorry, but as an Eastern European, we absolutely have a deep-seating hatred towards consensus. Because we had consensus under communism. It's always enforced, it's always from dictatorships, and it's always fake. An example of consensus is like 100% of the scientists believe that communism is the best economic system the world invented. A scientist disagrees. Okay, we fire him. We make an example out of him. Now, yet again, we have 100% of the scientists agree that, right? You can do this experiment in your day-to-day life. Get 20 people in a room, random people, and ask them a question. Something that's not incredibly obvious, right? Don't ask them if 2 plus 2 equals 4. But ask them something differently. You can even ask them shit like, is water wet? And you will see that at least 2 or 3 people will say, no, it's not wet because, like, water has the property of making things wet, but it itself cannot be wet, you know? And so that's how you know that you have freedom and liberty, because that's how human beings act. They don't have consensus. Now, you can have a majority opinion. You can have an overwhelmingly majority opinion. But consensus is something that you rarely, if ever, get, especially at a nationwide level. So, again, the criticism, it's like, oh, they don't want to go to our CRT meetings. They don't study our history. No, America has implemented these things. And the idea that they're saying black people are lazy, like, find me a CEO within the last 2 decades that has said this about black people. Because I guarantee to you, if you can find one, he probably got fired immediately, didn't he? Or got reprimanded. And there were probably white people there that were demanding that to happen. And so, like, there was change that was made. And it was change with the coalition. He talks about the Rainbow Coalition. There were white people in that coalition, right? So, when other people are having grievances, for some reason, you bring up the past and you say, well, we have grievances too. Yeah, but they were addressed, weren't they? You got what you wanted, didn't you? And if not, like, to what point? How, like, you need to go deeper. I'm not saying I'm that it didn't happen. I'm just interested. Like, how exactly did people not study history? Like, is there some ancient tome that you discovered and it wasn't made public yet? Because most people are aware. Like, even the video games right now. What is it? Ubisoft. Yeah, like, even Ubisoft is making a video game about Yasuke, which is a black samurai. You have even, like, AAA corporations that are interested in selling more of the history. It's like, what are you talking about? Anyway, you know, it was interesting to see what The View is saying. Is this normal with The View? Because, like, I just got the clip from them. Like, people are sharing this on Twitter and it's going viral. But is this, like, type of conversation normal? Like, why aren't people criticizing this? Why is it just allowed to air with no criticism? Like, who watches this without a single ounce of introspection? It's just wow. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.